Assalamu alaikum bitches, it's me, your man COMMI3, your friendly neighbourhood communist. Hello, welcome to the show this week. Again, second week in a row, now that we've been liberated from the chains of oppression of my own making. Now we can do the show more regular. Whoa, that's crazy, ain't it, over there? Let's fill that space up quickly before someone has an epileptic fit. Number one likeliest person to do that, I guess, is Piperello. Yeehaw, cowgirl, like Happy Traitors Day. Hello.
I'm gonna be a traitor as hard as I can right now.
Great. I look forward to your treachery and backstabbing throughout the episode. We've also got Billy Basco, who I heard this week has the most annoying voice on the entire internet. Like, it's quite an achievement there, Billy.
Oh my god.
Good. Oh, who said that?
Oh, well.
Who said that?
We'll come to it at some point, perhaps.
Oh, okay.
And then Kenzo, nobody even knew who he was.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm still loyal to the crown, even though our other panelists are not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that trait a bit already. Yeah. Let's.
Wow, you're today.
All right. Let's check in with the bots in the chat. Kenzo's here. He says, "Make the rain stop." Yeah, it's raining here. So please pray to your respective gods to make the rain stop, because that will be very annoying. Mr. Solomon's here. He says hail. Death Metal Hero.
Harder to you off.
Make it rain.
Rayno's here. Says I finally get to catch another live show. Last time you had, I finally caught a live show. It was a troll and it was only like 1 minute long. I think that might have been, I'd done a premiere and the audio was out of sync, like with the video, like I'd uploaded the wrong version or something. And I had played like 1 minute before dropping it. So yeah, hello. All I've done this week, this is supposed to be the COMMI3 struggle session. Oh, let's have a look at the campaign. As you can see, like as of today, we're up to $4,839 accounted for. That's people getting their refunds or declining refunds or partial refunds or whatever. Oh.
Countering your refund campaign.
Thank you, comrade. That's very kind of you. That's $10. Thank you very much. Yeah, so this has been continuing to go on, like the first week.
10 Traeger dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, real dollars.
That's a whole thing. Like this week I've been dealing with, you know, dollars and pounds, like, and exchanging them, like all of that stuff. Whatever, it's not important. What I have done though this week is I've collated a collection of the responses and reactions to the news of the Great Refund campaign. Like from what I've seen.
Favorite thing to collate.
Pardon?
I said collections are my favorite things to collate.
Yeah. Very good.
I'm just being annoying.
Unhinged is in the chat, says I'm here for pirates, commies and red wolves.
Yeah.
That's
Red, white, and blue wolves today.
the only place where you can get that specific combination. There's no Jan here either. Jan is currently driving, so he'll be joining us a little later, hopefully. So yes, we're at $4,839. There's 23 days remaining of the 30, like and much like a real campaign, it seems to be following that trajectory that we're familiar with, where a book will make like a third of its money on the first day, and then a third for the next 28 days, and then like a third on that final day. We're sort of tracking to around that, like, so I'm quite confident that we're going to be able to reach everyone. Like a lot of, you can see 72 backers have been spoken to already, and you know, I want to get to them all. Like, it would be kind of cool if towards the end of the campaign, you know, there's only a handful of people left, and then it's like a hunting thing, and like, we gotta find them like before the time runs out. Like that could be fun. Who knows? No one. Alright, does anyone have anything they want to say before we just jump into like looking at this reaction?
Let's just jump into it.
Yeah.
Do this.
Alright, let's fucking go then. The correct page is this one. Okay, so you'll remember that I'd done that Indiegogo update publicly. There was a bit
Oh yeah.
the Indiegogo one. There was like short, a bit snotty or whatever, like, and designed to remind people of the Rob Hunter situation, like, but without actually saying
Rob
any.
who?
You know, that guy Rob Hunter. Alright, so the Indiegogo update goes out. These first reactions are from Indiegogo. This is the first reaction, right? From this AJ Hodds, right? He says, you should have thought about all of this before starting the campaign and make sure that the final draft was 99.5 to 99.99% done. Now, it looks like you took the money, ran away and came up with a last minute excuse to save face after being close to 3 years late. This doesn't give you a good look, hombre. Thanks for nothing. So, that's...
So obviously he didn't read
really looking
anything.
forward to that book, man.
So obviously he didn't read the update at all.
He very clearly
Sounds
had
like a filthy defect.
a detractor, did you say then?
Yes.
Yeah. Grim Jim says that photo of your new PC looks good. I would love so much to have this in my house. That would be so badass. Yeah, so as I had like set up or whatever, people who saw the Indiegogo campaign would have one reaction, whereas the people who actually backed the campaign, apart from this guy, they got the email that explained it all, right? So the first person walked straight into the trap. Even though this person's a backer and had the email, he definitely had the email because he replied for it to get his refund. So, where are we? What screen are we on? Who's next? Oh, this guy, Crooked Painter. No? He says, tragic comedy art piece pretending at customer service. Lol. You Comicsgate cult kids are a riot. Like a swinger's breadline. I don't want my money back, but it's been a while since I've seen a spectacular train wreck. So, my question is, anyone have any idea what a swinger's breadline is?
Oh, but it sounds gross.
No.
I don't know. Wife swapping with more yeast.
Yeah, that's what it sounds gross.
I just
I'm gonna assume it's this wife swapping, but there's only one wife.
And like a long queue. I think that's the point.
Yeah, a really long queue. Yeah.
I just think he's anti-communist. This Crooked Painter don't like communists. That other painter guy didn't like communists. It's like a rubber piece.
But they were backers. And this is why I don't understand. It's like back when you're being offered a refund. What's with all the hostility?
Well, this one even says he doesn't even want his money back. He just wanted to go. Comicsgate.
Yeah, but what's interesting about this person is last week they were here in the chat and they sent a $10 super chat. Like, so he's sent more money. Like, so thank you, Crooked Painter.
It might be one of those classic things where it's like they have their instant reaction before even really processing any of the information. They typed out their comment and then just left it there, but then maybe realized it after the fact. And
This
then-
is some kind of
This
some
comment
kind of-
or them in the chat.
You're witnessing.
Yeah, and
forwarding
then once they had their regrets about not completely understanding it, they came by and gave you some more money.
I don't know,
Really
perhaps.
shows you.
Like, but I can't really remember in the chat last week, like, if he was hostile, but the atmosphere, like, where people are making jokes, like, do you know what I mean? Like, about the same sort of thing, so it's hard to tell. Like, I don't know. Alright, so this is the first, like, big one on Twitter, Right, first person on Twitter to walk into the trap is Godfo Universe, right, saying finish your book before you crowdfund it, and then sharing the screenshot that I took, like, and put out, like, because I figured that was the best way to get it spread on Twitter, except from doing a short video, which you all remember is what I wanted to do but ran out of time, like, on the day. So he fell into that trap, right? And then he said, here's some creators who do fulfill on their books, and then lists a smorgasbord of names. Do not feel free to express whatever personal grievances you have with one or more of them. I don't care. Same, I guess. We fulfill our books by finishing them early. You can pick up our entire universe. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, I'm going to give a very strong opinion on something, but if you want to rebut it in any way, I'm not up to hearing any of it, you know? I'm going to say something very loud and vocally in public with a strong opinion, but I don't want to hear anybody, you know.
Uh-huh. Are you still trying to come up with that
what I'm saying.
opinion? Stalin.
Yeah.
Have you got one? No?
I mean, I responded to that post, the last one that you put, you know, I had to correct everybody in that thread. Not everybody, but like 2 or 3 people in that thread saying that he was good. And then all the comments that I made on that thread, he hearted.
Actually, I can empathize with him a little bit in the fact that I do hate if I'm talking about something in general and people will use my post to like bitch about somebody else.
And that,
like, cool. Who the fuck?
almost all of the negative reaction is actually that, like, people holding me up and then saying, "Oh well, this person," blah, 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 blah. It's like that's dumb. Like, it's got nothing to do with me. So what? This is like a thing that people do on Twitter or whatever. So he's done his post, then has like called up some backup or whatever, people he thinks gonna be on his team, like, so they're all tagged in there, and then advertises his own book, like, doesn't actually care about the scenario or situation. It's an attempt to twist it to sell his own book, which is fine.
Can you believe COMMI3 did this? By the way, here's my OnlyFans.
Always be selling, or whatever.
Always be fucking, am I right?
Always be fucking.
Alright, who have we got next? Oh yeah, so this goes out, right, to Twitter. At this point, you know, only the backers and the select few people who are like had spoken to in advance, like, knew what was going on. Like, so Sir Jean-Luc Connery pops in and he says, "What about the money? Is this another take the money and run scheme?" Which
I'm starting to feel like there's a lot of illiterate people hovering around.
Yes.
well, remember, at this point
He's
on
a big Vicky fan, so he doesn't read anything.
at this point on this date, we haven't done the live show yet that we did last week. Like, so nobody outside of the backers and then a few of you guys and a couple of others, like, knew what was really going on. So and this is, you know, people jumping straight to the worst, like, a lot of people just trying to guess, like,
so the initial actual Indiegogo post does not mention refund at all.
no, it doesn't. No,
Okay.
like,
I want to. Unhinged in the chat made a really funny comment about the swingers bread line thingy. He said it's like a cakewalk, but you swing for bread.
that just raises more questions in my mind.
I think I get it now. You go in with your wife and you come out with bread.
Come out with a baguette or something. What's the next one? Let me have a sneak peek.
That's not how these people like. That's not how crowdfunding works. People that say have it, 99%. That's not how any crowdfunding. That's not how that. That's not even the proposition that has ever been proposed. Like I know that's a good thing to do. Like it's a good practice that some people are able to pull up if they have the time and financial means.
Uh-huh.
But like even like when when people are crowdfunding,
When you crowdfund making something, you have to have already succeeded at making it first.
Yeah, I mean, like any video game or like USB memory widget or like a knife or something like that. Just any of the other random products that are crowdfunded on any of the major crowdfunding sites.
Mm-hmm. If you're crowdfunding a movie, you've got to make sure it's finished.
I was gonna say, there's movies and video games
Yeah.
for crowdfunding. Don't you know you have to already have made the fucking
Imagine saying like,
done the expensive part before crowdfunding it? Duh.
Imagine saying, I want to work on a cure for cancer, and then the investors are like, have you cured it already? Because you're not having any money until you do.
You better have it 99.9% cured before you start asking for venture capital. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, they said that about COVID vaccines, didn't they?
Research till you do your research.
Death Metal Hero says, that's the internet for you. Take someone else's misfortune to shill your own shit, right? Yeah, well, that's not what we're doing. I'm milking my own misfortune, for...
I think that was in response to what's his ass shilling his book.
Yeah, this is...
I
that one Jarbo that I've already keep forgetting his name.
Jarbo.
Bring it back.
This is a reply to Godfo Universe, yeah. So,
yeah.
I'm all for milking.
I bet you are, by robots and stuff. In the Matrix. That slide's blank. I don't know why. Oh! Ugh. My hearts.
Does taking a super chat make you a capitalist?
9. Does taking a super chat make you a capitalist? From Kayla.
Oh.
That's very kind of you.
Kayla.
Thank you. To answer the question, I think
it's not
no.
giving you anything for the money in return, so it's like a donation.
He's gonna reappropriate it.
Yeah.
But I do still have to put it into the bank for them to do fractional reserves on and shit. But whatever. You can't escape the system, can you? You're stuck in it. Thank you very much, Kayla. That's very kind of you.
But Mark, you live in a society.
Interesting.
What?
You're very smart.
That's a nice guy.
When I watch this back, I hope I'm going to get all of these jokes. This is another person, Stokes the writer. No idea who that is. Never heard of them before. Get as much of the book.
He makes. I just want to get this out there. He's got a mildly successful titty book right now, and he loves it when you point out that it's a titty book. He really he really likes it a lot.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you see him, compliment him on his titty book.
Is he just solely a titty book creator?
I mean, there's chicks that are spread eagle too in bondage. So I mean, it's
Spread Eagle. It's July the 4th.
Short book.
Is it a double page spread?
yeah. Where one leg is on one page, and then you have to turn the page, and then the other leg
Mom's
is
a
the next
double
page.
The cinematic page.
Yeah, you have to turn the page to see it.
Yeah. And the cross is in the binding break.
Jan is here. Hello, Jan.
Hello. How are you?
Somehow, Jan is the fan.
I'm quite good, thank you.
Pencil artist dad.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. So I had to go over to my sister's to drop off her birthday card, so I'm gonna have to dash back.
Happy birthday to your sister.
Yeah.
You haven't missed much yet, Jan. Like, we're just going through some of the reactions to the announcement of the refund campaign. The ones that we're looking at...
You could have been an hour late, you wouldn't have missed much.
Oh.
At this point, we're still looking at before the live stream happened. These are the reactions to the Indiegogo update, and it, like, so this is people, like, falling for the little trap that I set for them or whatever. So yeah, Stokes the writer, who loves titty books, says, get as much of the book done ahead of time as possible is the correct sentiment. Oh, sure. Like, I should have had more done. Like, but yeah, the same point again though of, like, how do you do that? Like, you need to know that there's the demand for it. And like, imagine drawing a whole 90-page book and then nobody cares. Like, there's a balance that you have to offset between. You need to know that people want it, and it like it's one thing for people to like a tweet of a picture or whatever, but to part with their money and trust you with it, like you know, it's another step more difficult than that. So what did that guy say? Anything else?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this guy, TJ Lee, South Korean flag, says, is the book really cancelled? The way it's worded with the pic makes it seem like it's a troll post. Right, so this is, as best I can tell, the first example of somebody publicly letting on the suggestion that maybe there's something more going on. Do you know what I mean?
They've clearly been on the internet a little bit longer than the other people.
It would be on brand.
And also, like, remember the
Man, those excellent Photoshop skills. This seems like there might be more to it.
I don't think he's really crying in that picture.
no. He wasn't the only one though. There were a couple of people like who are familiar enough with me, the style and stuff, like to suspect something else was going on, including Dave Brink, who's here in the chat. There he is. Hello, Dave. Asking fake news. And the other one
Real news
was J Dollar or whatever, like with a I wasn't sure about this one, whether when at the time I read it as suspicious, you know, that he was suspicious and what was going on or whatever, and I've since confirmed that with him. And also right now special guest joining us, Michael Bancroft is here. Hello. Give him a round of applause while I fix the cameras on the...
There's an ellipses and an exclamation mark, so it's more like
Shit, what have I done? I didn't mean to do that. Jesus Christ.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
One of the biggest pushers of commie propaganda, Michael Bancroft, that helped initially fund this book so well. Thank you.
I
buddy.
did, yeah. That's me right for pushing commie propaganda, I suppose.
That's one of the things. Jesus Christ, what the hell have I done this time? Alright, there we go. Right, so yes, Michael, hello, welcome to the show. What you're talking about, that's happened to me so many times, you know, as a promoter, that I promoted Rob Hunter's book. I helped to convince people to give him money, and it hurts, when that happens, and so one of the things that I wanted to do, in the refund campaign, in the very, my name is Earl kind of a way, is to, go back to every single person, who helped me, to promote it, to try and, correct that,
It's like AA.
So, yeah,
AA, but backwards.
Yeah.
AA still.
That was such a yam joke. I love it.
Thank you.
yeah, so you just joined us as we're going through, the reaction to the refund campaign. I don't know how much you're aware of, what I've been doing.
I only read the tweets, so that's how much I know. My understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, is just couldn't make it happen. So you're doing an anti-campaign where you're trying to collect refunds, essentially.
Yeah, that's it.
Not
Done.
collect refunds, because not everybody has been reached, so he's trying to redistribute the money that he collected.
Redistribute the wealth back to the people.
Yeah.
How very on brand.
I know, right?
So far, he's redistributed back almost five grand.
In a week. I was just saying.
I didn't even know how that works after this amount of time. Do you have to do it manually to
Yeah.
the person?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just to send it to PayPal or something?
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. So, I emailed out every backer before I put out the Indiegogo update that everyone saw, explaining it, and then this page is a real website that I've made, that explains everything,
Indiegogo.
yeah. So I do recommend going and reading it because I'm really proud of it. It's one of my favorite things that I've ever written.
I already like it better than Indiegogo.
And you also are off Indiegogo now, on your own website, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I had enough of that site, and it's unprofessionalism.
Yeah.
Krishna Kid was the book.
So yeah,
I was gonna say Krishna Kid was the one where we found the shadow banning code in the HTML. That was Pixel Trainer. And he built a little thing, so you could search. And then about 2 weeks later, they changed the mechanism that they were using to do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had a bunch of run-ins with Indiegogo as well. When they wouldn't release the funds for Not Daredevil because the bad guys had swastika armbands on. They said I was promoting hatred. So, I swapped them with Indiegogo logos to promote Indiegogo. Because, oh my god, I do whatever.
I love that.
There was for me. It was 100 things. On top of it, they friggin' doxed my home address.
Oh yeah.
On my apologetic about it, pulling funds from people. I saw them taking campaigns down for bogus reasons.
Yeah.
The whole shadow banning fiasco and their complete lack of willingness to communicate on any level to anyone ever about it. And it's well, I built my own website. It was, getting backers, getting good sales on it. What do I need this site for anymore?
Mm.
I'll still back people on it, because I understand not everyone's going to have the ability to build their own site or, be in that position. So I back people on Indiegogo. I'm just not putting my stuff on there anymore.
Yeah. Man, that
So Mark put out an update first, just to build the rage up, and then it informed everybody that that did back that within the next 60 days that they could apply for a full refund, despite him already putting a large amount of money into producing the book for the last couple of years.
And a pretty equal amount, I would suggest.
And then a shit show ensued.
But yeah, so the backers knew before the update, or they were supposed to. I sent the email for them to know, like ahead of time, before the update came out. Yeah, so I just want to point out, you're already past my total, like in, what, 3 days?
In the other direction.
Oh, I mean the total that Krishna Kid raised in the 900 days that it was up for. Like, you've already matched that in 3 days.
Right.
So that's pretty good.
I mean, I do have a rather sizable mailing list at this point, so.
I was wondering what you were going to say then for a second.
Hang in the air. It is rather large.
It's worthy of an HMMM ellipses exclamation mark.
Oh, yeah. Where is it? One of them.
Oh? I had no idea.
I actually thought it was a big Les quote.
A big what?
You thought what, sorry?
I thought it was a big Les quote. Fuck yeah.
Alright, so yeah, at this point, Bancroft, we're going over like the initial negative reactions, like before we did the live stream explaining it all last week. And these are the only three people who were suspicious, like that there was more like going on underneath. So kudos to these three people, T.Y. Lee, Dave Brink, and J Dollar, I think that's. So Alex VRB says, this comes as no surprise to me, but only because I checked my email or whatever. See, some people like knew ahead of time in it. Dan Plagle says, indie comics business is a hard one, friends. Marky is a good man, and he's always making some tough decisions. Much love to him, and support is always here for him. Because he clearly read the campaign page. Like Dave says, this sounds like a broadcast from a Russian bunker. That is the plan. It's supposed to, yeah. So this is one that people sent to me saying, oh, look at this. This is a negative one, but it's not. It's, Mr. Solomon says, wow, the communist can't deliver the goods? Quell's surprised. The only parts I don't believe is that it was for family and work obligations. Commies have neither. Anyway, very impressive refund campaign. I'm inclined to let you keep the money so you're forever in my debt. Which, some people thought was serious, like, and they say it to me like it was. Like, they just didn't read this part anyway. Very impressive refund campaign.
Very clearly in the joke, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a thing that can be hard to distinguish whether people are being serious or not, because, we're so mocking here. Vasan says, Big Kim said no Krishna in North Korea. More people in on it, like actual backers. That's the point. People who backed knew what was going on.
I was gonna say, because there are people that legitimately think you're communist too. I noticed.
Well, I am legitimately a communist. As much as one man can be a communist, you need a community to do that. I say, we practice socialism in one house. Like everybody does.
Like community to really put it into effect.
You can't be a one-man communist. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, we done a stream, Russian Troll Factory 301, where we explained it, and you can see that on that day, when we done that, we was only at $1,900. So that's how much difference we've refunded in a week to this much. So, you know, and nearly $3,000 or something. And after the show, I put out this tweet and I pinned it to the top of my Twitter, and it has the link to the campaign, like, so anyone can go and read it now. Previously only the backers could read it, now everybody had access to it, a real website like they can really go and read. But then Liam Gray comes in and he says, geez, give me a break, tonight we're catching up with what's going on with COMMI3. So we're gonna talk a bit about that, right? He done like a 4-hour stream about it, but we're not gonna EFAP it, right? Because that would be incredibly boring. Like, a lot of the stream is him criticizing how boring our show is, like how we keep interrupting each other, but he keeps interrupting us to remind us how boring it is, like, and drag it out from 2 hours to 4 hours. So instead, what I've done is I've just made...
It's not like a Liam stream where like one of his children comes in to like say something nice like "I love you, Daddy," and then he fucking gets all pissed off that like he was interrupted by one of his children, or yells at his wife. I love you, Daddy. And I'm not riveting content like that.
Nothing like that happened. No. He did. Everybody on this, well, Bancroft wasn't here last week, but everyone else he hated. Like, it's got beef with all of us, apart from Jan. He loves Jan. Like, Jan's never done anything wrong, because Jan's awesome.
Everybody loves Jan.
And also, he didn't even... He did...
Long.
Will you guys stop interrupting each other?
When he talks about me, it's surely I should give some kind of anecdote. And he just go...
Go on then, do you have one?
I think it's because I've been here for so long. I'm like some old man who's just like, everyone's just like, I'll just leave him alone. He's just some old man, wanders around, been here from the beginning, nobody remembers why he's here, what his name is, who he is.
I remember you, Jan. Peppermint Space Capsule says everybody loves Jan.
I would have figured he would have really liked a reverse campaign, considering he like printed a reverse book. Yeah, it would have been in keeping with like his.
I always mention this every time that it comes up. The Xenotype is not printed backwards. That is not what happened. It's printed upside down. If you rotated every page inside by 180 degrees, then it would be in the correct order. So when people say it's backwards, that's disinformation. So, right, I'm not gonna...
Well, isn't that just because it was printed in Australia?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was upside down to us here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
I mean,
mean,
it's all about your reference point, where you're standing
Yeah.
on the...
Okay, so...
Well, it's all flat Earth anyway, so it's only, it's either that way or that way. So.
Up or down.
yeah.
Cool, moving on. Or moving back.
Star Trek, you know in Star Trek with the ships, you just do that. In theory, it should actually be like that.
Yeah.
It's three-dimensional space. They should never meet head on.
Yeah.
There'll always be one like that, and then one like that. There's never.
Yeah,
there's
but
two
yeah,
ships
yes.
being like on a parallel
Because the universe doesn't...
Star Trek.
The universe doesn't have a floor or a ceiling, so there's no, like, correct way to be positioned. You are correct. Okay, I want to get through these fucking notes that are made on Liam's stream, because there's a lot of them. He spoke the most. There was quite a few, 3 different streams, like, it came up on, but this is the one with the most. and it doesn't really have that much. Like, bless them, they really tried. So the first note is where he was saying like, CGUK, like Billy's over in CGUK, why is Piper in CGUK? Like, this is Russian Troll Factory, this is like my show. Like, he was messaging Charlie's London and Peter Gilmore and people trying to get them on. Like, they're not part of it, do you know what I mean? Like, don't drag anyone else into it. Exactly. It's the people's show. And before watching the stream, like, he was prefacing it with the idea that, you know, oh look, here's another one who's going anti-Comicsgate, like here's a person who's gonna like start fighting everyone. I'm glad all these troublemakers are exposing themselves, stuff like that. And then Spartan Scotsman, who
I was just gonna say, like, well, I don't like.
Who exposed
Has
themselves?
any, like, is this against anything? Like, just wanting to refund if you can't do your book? I mean, I would think that's a noble thing to do if you realize you can't fulfill your book, to actually try and make an honest attempt to give the money back.
Yeah.
That would be anti-anything.
no, that so. I agonised over all these kind of things, like when I was putting the campaign together, like trying to ensure that there was no like possible like chinks like to attack me from. Not a racial slur.
The echo is like as I think as bad as it's ever been right now on the stream. By the way, too, it's like so incredibly horribly bad.
Yeah. Oh, is that me?
No, everybody besides Mark is echoing right now to like one of the highest extents it's ever actually happened. It's impressive.
This is what we do here.
Yeah. That was another thing that he mentioned. Everyone complaining about the echo. Just get on with it, is what he kept saying. Like, legitimately, I'm not even like trying to do a joke. Like, that was one of the things. So yeah, Spartan Scotsman in the chat right at the beginning tried to warn him that he was walking into a trap or whatever. Like, but he didn't take heed from his own friend. He said a lot of positive things about me, like which I want to cover on. He mentioned that I helped him to promote Xenotype, like and CGUK. That I have heard that also, yeah. He said that I always have bold ideas, like think outside of the box and stuff, which is fair, I think. And he praised my creativity, which was nice of him.
I helped him promote Xenotype too, and look at that copy. Shit.
It doesn't look like him in that picture. It doesn't look right.
How so?
It looks weird. I don't know. He's just like a ginger guy, like myself, a ranger. But he kind of looks like an albino guy with a blonde beard in that picture.
Yeah, it does look quite light. Oh shit, too far. Yeah, I tried to click it to zoom in or something, like, it was real dumb of me. He said that he liked me a lot, but...
Maybe it's just a hat clashing with the beard.
It could be. Right, Liam said that he liked me a lot, but I hurt his feelings. And he's referring to when I made that video, Liam Gray versus JDA, where I chastised Liam for copyright striking like 3 or 4 years ago, and also called out JDA for being a slimy snake, like as he was being welcomed back in. So I told him off for copyright striking, and then said, I know that everybody thinks that everything that Liam says is a lie, but what he's saying about JDA here is true. Like, I actually stood up for him, like, but I did take some cheap shots as well on the way, because it's a funny video. um, he brought on Frog Tony, like I'm not super familiar with him. Like he's one of those people who arrived in the time when I was off, like trying to get my book done or whatever. And he was the most desperate to find like a scam, like going through everything to try and like pick it apart. One of the things they said was, why was the artist still promoting the book 3 weeks ago? And he also said, when did you decide to cancel the book? I think you just like found the answer. Like they couldn't put those things together in it. Like I cancelled it and then done the refund campaign like immediately. As soon as I'd made the call, I started building it. What else? They criticised us for. They said that we was celebrating failure, like but we're just having a good time. Like we're making the best of a bad situation. Like trying to have a little bit of fun or whatever. I think that's allowed.
You're supposed to be
Making
calling
lemons
your
out of
eyes
lemonade.
out on stream and striking other people's channels to talk about it. That's what you're supposed to do.
Like this is one of the only criticisms that you know, I didn't really think about people saying, oh, look at them having fun over there. Sorry. He said,
Be more solemn.
yeah, that's basically what they were saying. Like another, so they didn't have anything to really attack, so they were just trying to like grab things out of the ether and be like, oh, what about this? Like maybe this is what's going on. Like, you know, to one of them being Liam suggesting, oh, what if he didn't pay the artist? Like I paid the artist a lot of money, like way more than I ever agreed to. Like I made him draw the book again from beginning, and it like they said that I should have emailed everyone who backed the campaign and told them, which I did. Like and we talked about that in the stream, that they were e-fapping, like and they said that after
Please
we'd
tell me
said
the
that.
next thing he brought up was that he's like, maybe he sexually harassed the artist.
Well, yeah, you're sort of getting towards my favourite part, right? So, in the refund campaign page,
Oh no!
it's not quite as good as that. It's not that juicy. That would be like the perfect end to this. So it gets to the part about why, right? Like, why the book is cancelled. And part of it is because it got too big. Like, and I was so, like, wanted it to be perfect. Like, because now I could go outside of the lines. Like on my previous book, I was, like, contained inside the format or whatever. This I had complete control over, so he was getting to that part where I was talking about how hard that was to deal with, and Frog Tony chips in, right, and he's saying like, what a retard, like who would expand the pages of their book like to get it right, just like pump out a shit thing like and say, sorry, that wasn't very good, maybe you'll back the next one, that'll be a little bit better. And then Liam had to say, oh no, that's what happened to me like on Wonder Island, because he just got called a retard like by his co-host on it, like for having the same problem. And then the part of the show that he was e-fapping, it was just about to get to the part where everyone in the chat was saying, oh, what, Liam should refund Wonder Island, Liam's Wonder Island, like it was popping off in the chat at that point. And that's the part that, you know, somebody had clicked to him or whatever. I know that because of the jokes that he was making at the start, like to preface what he knew was coming up at the end. And it was great to see that moment when he realised, like, that he's in the same situation as me, like, and I've done the right thing, like, and he had another part like that was, I said, like, I can't put something else out like while I'm supposed to be working on Krishna Kid. Like there's no excuse for me to be wasting time making something else when that time should be spent on the main thing that I'm doing. And he talked about how, if I'd have not made Dino King, like blah 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 blah, you should have finished Wonder Island. And it. Another point like that is that he kept saying about how 900 days, like that's enough time to pull the campaign together, which it probably is, but Wonder Island like closed 12 months before Krishna Kid, like so he's on like 1265 days or something. So yeah, that's the Liam stuff that I wanted to counter what he said. So then let's move on. We're on the next day now. Jabba the Cook says, why didn't you steal everyone's money like a true communist, comrade? In on the joke, I mean. He's a fraud, a hack. A true communist would take backer money and redistribute it among non-backers. Good jokes. So Godfrey Universe, in the first act, he was trying to stir trouble to sell his book, like using me as an example in it. He says, I don't understand the backlash to this. No other time in human history have people been able to start a business without a financial risk to themselves. Even patrons would throw artists in jail that didn't fulfill their paid obligations. This guy kept trying to make this point about how you should do the book in advance. Like, which if you can, sure, do that. Right, but if you can't, then what are you gonna do? He keeps like pushing that point. So I asked him, like, did you read the campaign page? And he said, man, to be honest, I'm not sifting through the meta irony. I understand you're refunding people. That's great. Like, if you don't read it, don't comment on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a recurring thing. Liam didn't watch the stream ahead of time, and it made him look foolish.
Hey, if you're gonna cure cancer before you start collecting money, you need to have it 99.9% cured already. We established this.
That's the new benchmark. Okay, this is a.
It's an interesting discussion happening at the moment. You mentioned the guy talking about like. Well, anyway, it's just like there's a lot of discussions about crowdfunding and getting the book done beforehand and everything. But I mean, crowdfunding, like on one side, a lot of people are saying like, well, you know, there's a risk attached to it. Sometimes it doesn't work out. And from what I've seen, almost every single time, pretty much. I mean, I don't think about it. Every single other time that a book hasn't happened, no one got their money back.
So
this is the first time I think ever I've seen someone make an actual genuine effort to refund.
When Wenger's Aldrake book, he had a falling out with EVS or whatever, and he refunded everyone for that. But I think that it was maybe still at Indiegogo or whatever, so it wasn't this complicated process that I've got to do of like PayPaling everyone and taking the PayPal hits and the, you know, because I'm getting charged on top for like every one of those, and also the Indiegogo fees, like, and all of that stuff. But I don't care. Like, I just want it like out of my life, and it like so I can get back to being cool. And yeah, it's.
That's the grist right there.
Can everybody just quickly have a look at the private we'll type an iPad in the private chat just to see if that stops the echo?
Well, I mean, I'm wearing headphones, so.
I'm wearing headphones and I only have the stream up, so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Billy, even if you have headphones, if you actually have the volume on for the stream, your microphone will pick it up.
Yeah.
And that would cause infinite echo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have.
Let me just make sure I'm not pumping your audio through twice. No, there's only one of you coming through. I don't know, like, oh, that's Jan. Yeah, how dare you not... the echoes in one of the co-hosts. Death Metal Hero says, "How dare you not throw yourself a pity party? You're supposed to be down and defeated." Yeah, like the echoes on everyone except me. Yeah, cool. You're not allowed to have fun, or you're a detractor and a coward. Alright, yeah, so the question of should the book be done ahead of time? The answer is, if you can, do it. Like, if I had the talent of Eric July, you know, $200,000 to start with, like, it wouldn't have been an issue. And a lot of these people are a lot richer than I am. Like, I've seen there's people that have refunded, like, a bunch of them are like 3-figure numbers, like one of them exceedingly close to a 4-figure number, and it's like I would never be able to even consider spending that kind of money. You know, for me, I couldn't make comic books without crowdfunding. Like, I could maybe make some memes or something, but they would be online. Like, they would never be real books, and I would have never got to the point of making something like Krishna Kid. Okay, so this is a comment from Infinitail. You know, everyone's loosely familiar with that guy, right? He's a creator in the scene or whatever. And a lot of this is chopped off on, not a lot, one sentence. He says, "There's a huge difference between what COMMI3 is doing and what others have done in crowdfunding. I definitely agree that's why there's no blowback on this. He's refunding his backers and showing accountability in a light-hearted way. It sucks and it isn't an ideal situation, but he's doing his best to mitigate the frustrations of those who won't be receiving his book after paying money towards it. For starters, nobody is getting ripped off. Something happened in his life that prohibited him from being able to deliver his book, and rather than taking the money and bolting, making up a bunch of excuses, or downright insulting the people that funded his project, he's ensuring everyone gets refunded. That's admirable. Mea culpa like that is a rarity in often ego-driven creative spaces. I wish more creators with projects that ended unfavourably followed his example. I'd have quite a bit of money coming back to me." So that's nice. After the refund campaign was announced, every couple of hours, like, a message like this would, like, drop, and I already, like, felt my soul lifted from the removal of the pressure of Krishna Kid, but these on top, like, I was walking on clouds or whatever. And this is the kind of thing that I can't say. Do you know what I mean? Like, that, you know, I can't say it now either, really. J Dollar says, "Is there COMMI3 doing a reverse Rob Hunter here? Instead of damning all of crowdfunding for his failure, he's taking a public flogging in a humorous way. It's admirable and honest. Lesser creators would have taken the money and ran for Mexico." Which we've seen a bunch of times, isn't it? Like, the list of people who ran away with the money continues to grow. Like, I used to try and comfort myself with sayings like, well, I'll never be as late as Shinobi Sasquatch, because, you know, that's never gonna, you know, that's how time works. I'm never gonna, like, you know, you'll never be older than your dad. But I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, this as well. Look, Godfrey was saying about not taking a financial risk. Like, I spent a lot of money, like, and that money spent isn't a reason to not stop. Like, you know, I could carry on throwing money at it, but it would take another couple of years with the current restrictions that I'm under, so it's much better to just get it out of my life. Kim Wasabi says, "Classic commie tactics, redistributing money to the people." That's the thing that's funny to me. I'm giving people their money back and getting credit for it. Like, when, you know, it's just the right thing to do, Like, and everyone's just like, wow, look, he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, he paid his artist a monthly salary for the last 3 years.
Really?
Yeah. And, I mean, and had him draw the book twice, like, because, like, he wanted re-edits, and then doubled the size of the first book, and then had him redraw it again, like, in that period as well.
Because
And then paid a very good wage for me and Matt Barr to draw and color 4 covers that will now never see the light of day. Like, I mean, I think he said at the top of the stream, he already spent, like, out of his personal wealth, the entire amount that he
Personal
crowdfunded
wealth.
already.
well,
And now he's even spending more money on the PayPal fees to get all the refunds out so that everybody gets their full refund. So he's spent quite a bit of money on Krishna Kit.
that's true, yeah. Mr. Solomon says Mark has never been able to get the audio good on his streams. Never even between Mark and the others. I get it right, or I want a refund on this stream. Even on my own videos where it's just me, like, I still can't get the audio right. What was we saying before I went to the chat? I'm quite inebriated. No?
We were just reading this one about how that people are surprised
Again.
that you actually refunded the money. And that's
Wait, it's just
Yeah,
what
and you had mentioned that student of God guy or whoever, like, said that any business owner should take financial risk.
Yeah, which I did, and now I'm doubling that loss. Or, well, I'm not, because I'm giving, you know what I'm on about, I hope. Alright, Mary Boys, Afro and Chubb, like, the new Mary Boys will be campaigning soon, like, so keep an eye open for that. It says Mark's doing the right thing by returning back the money, and I can vouch for his reasons. Comics take a lot of time, and sometimes more important things are in need of it, like looking after one's family. He might be really awful at basic economics, but he's a good father. Just isn't that like the most kind thing? Like, people don't say nice things like that on the internet, and all week, like, people have been saying things like that. Jonah Von Doom says, I don't want a refund. Honesty is the best policy. Love you, brother. Again, nice. And a percentage of people, have asked for reduced refunds, or have completely forgiven them, or just taken the PDF back catalogue in exchange. Like, so that's really good of those people to do that, and I'm grateful for all of them. Brian says, I can't remember if I backed this dirty commies comic. If you did check your spam folder, regardless of my personal feelings towards communism, Mark's doing the right thing. I wish him all the best, and one day we'll see the glory of capitalism. Let's get those numbers down. So, everyone who watched the stream or read the campaign page, like, these are the responses. The people who just watched Liam's stream and saw the Indiegogo update, like, they have a different opinion. Mark could have run with the money, he didn't. He refunded the backers while concentrating on his personal life. Massive respect, but, lots of people saying things like this. Accountability is the best ability. Good on you for doing the right thing. It sucks about the whole situation. Yeah, this is about the... Yeah, Krishna Kid looked like it would be a hit. Yeah, and I'm encouraging people to take their refunds from me and to put them into other campaigns and it, like, redistribute it back into the community.
Redistribution squared.
You can redistribute some of it here, like, that would be a good idea.
By the lucid, fractured mind.
Exactly. Fractured mind.
I watched You On a Show the other day, and they kept comparing it to the Matrix, right? I guess you get that a lot. Like, is that annoying?
I do. Well, it's not annoying because I love the Matrix, and there are some like crossover things definitely in the story. It's funny, there are other stories that have just as much crossover.
I mean, when you originally writing Lucent, that the Matrix was a big inspiration to like.
Yeah. Well, it was the way it was an inspiration was like I had my story already vaguely in my head, and I just didn't know what to do with it. And then I saw the Matrix, and I was like, oh yeah, you can have like, there's the thing of the one and all this sort of stuff. It's like, okay, all right, I can sort of see where this could go. So absolutely. But as well, I think it's that I use a lot of green and blue, which is very the Matrix kind of popularized that look in the culture. There's a lot going on there, but a lot of other people said. Some people said it's a bit like the Da Vinci Code because it's going like ancient mysteries and stuff like that. So,
Well,
I love the Matrix. So,
yeah, it's excellent. The latest one was terrible though, but I think it was on purpose.
oh yeah, when I say I love the Matrix, I'm usually really only talking about the first movie. I don't mind the other movies, but I don't really like them. And the last one was.
I know that the second movie is the one that has like them vampire twins or whatever, but the stories of the two can't separate them in my mind. Like it's all just blurred into one. And yeah, so that's a thing that people would use to deride Krishna Kid, to say, oh, it's just like a Dragon Ball Z ripoff. And it's like, well, it's not. Like, I'm just doing the same. Like Dragon Ball rather, is Journey to the West, and like in that style. And I was just doing a different like mythology in that style.
Yeah. I've got a quote on the homepage of my website by Mike Barron that says the Lucent is completely original. So I'm just going to go with that. Mike Barron knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But no, like everyone draws inspiration from somewhere, in some kind of way. But I believe truly that I'm writing a completely original story here. Once people read the whole thing.
Yes.
Well, it actually comes with the only way you can ever get something actually completely different, like the Matrix or something along those lines, is for some kind of technology or some shift in the world to happen, which changes the mindset or something. So, if it wasn't for the internet being invented, you wouldn't have had Lawnmower Man, The Matrix, all those types of films. So, people say, oh, you're inspired by this, you're inspired by that. Yes, it is, because until something else comes along, it's like science fiction films. Before the atomic bomb happened, Godzilla didn't exist in Japan. Then, when that came about, that was, oh my god, this is amazing. So, and then every atomic animal ever since then has been a homage, let's say, to that. So for people to say, "Oh, you've copied this, you copied that," everybody has, because there's only once in probably 40 odd years something actually changes in the world. Like you were saying about the colours you use. When the Matrix used those colours, it was probably the film they were using or something to give them those mottled colours. That wasn't done before. So they're saying, oh, you've copied this. You haven't copied it, because it's what looks right. It's what's gone with your work. Do you see what I mean? People can't say, oh, you've done this, you've done that, because you could say every comic book going back to bloody the first Superman is a comic book. There's no what I'm really trying to get at is there's only so many stories in the world, and
Yeah.
everything from them is taken from
One-
them.
What
Once,
Deanna's trying to say is like Japan should be thanking us for dropping the bomb on them and giving them
Well, I
Godzilla.
wouldn't
Ooh.
say go that far, but you could say Akira is Akira has taken inspiration from other stuff. You could say that any kind of The Last of Us is Lone Wolf and Cub. Everything comes from somewhere because it has to come from somewhere.
yeah. Like once I explained for about
Does that make sense?
yeah.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
I'm very, very tired. We've got a new baby and I've had like 4 hours of sleep. It was like,
I remember that time very well.
we're very proud
yes,
of Jan.
And, yeah, and unfortunately I'm going to have to go because I need to go feed the baby. So I just do apologise. Nice to see you, Michael. Congratulations on your launch. It's going really well. Back.
And congratulations on having a baby.
Yeah, new baby, new job in the same 2 weeks.
Excellent.
So,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Congrats.
yeah, there's a lot going on. And it's very hot. Well, for English people, it's very hot. In Australia, this is like the coldest day of the year, but for us, it's actually really hot. But Michael Bancroft's new book, it looks fantastic, as all of his work always does. Mark,
Thank
I
you,
will
sir.
see you soon. Piper,
See you later,
Kenzo,
yeah.
Billy, I'll see you later on.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye.
In Abyssal. Alright, now that he's gone, we can slag him off. So yeah, everyone knows that Bancroft has like a whole series of these books. Like I assume you can get them all like on the campaign in the back catalogue and stuff.
Yeah, if you scroll down, there's a whole.
Me defending a commie bastard.
These shit for $5. Me defending a commie bastard on the 4th of July was not on my bingo card. Yet, here we are.
Thank you for that, Billy, and thank you, Michael, for the $5. That's very kind of you. Oh, and I should point this out. Matt Barr said, "Ditch Krishna Kid and do moon crickets." So I get that. I know what he's on about, and maybe I will. That could be something.
I'm one of the people who had never heard that term before.
I still don't understand why it's an insult. Like,
Oh, it's been explained to me, and I do get it, but no.
okay, it's not been explained to me because, like, those sound kind of cool. I don't know.
Sounds like a moon pie or something, don't it? Like,
I have no idea. I don't.
yeah, I hadn't heard of it either. Like, so yeah. So you got all
It's
the.
worse than Mayo Monkey.
Those are funny to me. Like,
That's trying to talk about the links.
This is exactly what Liam was talking about, guys. Yeah,
They're
but
like on a delay. There's been some
there's
like pauses.
delay.
There's like a delay
Drinking.
and you're drunk. Yeah.
maybe it's just my brain's on a delay.
Alright, it just adds to the charm.
Well,
I was gonna say it wouldn't be a Russian trope factory without whatever.
Well, while this is on the screen, there's the new comic Fractured Mind, which is a prequel comic. It's 36-page action, sort of, and of course it's loose and stuff, very cerebral and psychological and everything as well. Drawn by Rod Looper. I'm on the colours. You can also get, there's 2 covers in that, mine and Rod's. You can get the Ashcan, which is all my trading card art, front and back, and the back is all mini comics. So they're all little 1-page mini.
oh yeah.
Looks like
Stories that add a little illusion. It's all. What is? What's that, Billy?
the little pages on the back of the cards, like I want more of that. I think that's
They
like
worked out so
was-
well.
yeah.
I was
that
so
much.
worried about them because I thought, oh my god, it's going to be so small. You're not going to even read it, but you can read it perfectly. It's just the art is still kind of small, and not everyone likes trading cards. A lot of people kind of throw them away. So I sleeve, and they'll actually be able to see the art bigger. And it is actual loosened content. It does. If you read the 2 books, it adds a lot of stuff to it. So it's definitely.
I think it's the coolest thing that's ever been like done in trading cards in quite a while. Like I love the backs almost more than the fronts.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. They took longer. I didn't expect. Still working on them. That's right. Yeah, they're just little 1-page addendums, really, like an appendix to the books. For instance, there was an offhand comment in the book about helicopters being sabotaged. So on the back of Damon's card, I showed a helicopter getting sabotaged. Just stuff like that. This adds a little bit of something.
And they're much like the controversial interview epilogue from the first book.
Yeah, but more in a comic book form, less controversial because it's still brought up to this day.
Yep, that'll do it. Also, Chalk Bunny is adorable. They're either funny or they're cute.
In Australia, it's very straightforward. It's just a white C word. That's all it is.
Oh, yeah.
You're a white. That's all it is. But we say that to our friends, so we're like,
yeah,
I am white. What?
But can you not say that on YouTube?
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. There you go. White cunt. There you go. I have not. No. There's a real Bougainville.
Yeah, it's right next to Pound Town. Oh, Mark, I've been informed that you're muted and no one can hear you on stream.
Yeah, we can hear you, but they haven't been able to for a little bit. Yeah. But I didn't want to interrupt you because Liam would get mad.
They missed my beautiful singing. Like, alright, so I must... Wasn't it beautiful? I'll go all the way back to this to make sure that that's not muted. That Matt Barr said, thoughts on Liam striking me while he was fapping you, your panel of chalk bunnies. Obviously, I condemn striking, not condone, condemn. And the reason that Liam hates me in the first place is for calling him out for striking 3 years ago, or however long ago it was, when he struck JDA's Kickstarter, struck his Indiegogo, which meant that he had to go to Kickstarter, and he made me feel sympathy for JDA, anyway. Yeah, so the point is, don't strike you shouldn't be striking Matt Barr, and nobody should be raping Matt Barr either. Like while we're on the subject, like
Disavow, yeah.
Yeah.
no, don't rape anyone. But
I didn't realize we had to disavow. But then it's like but then it's like maybe it isn't so obvious because people are out there saying this stuff all the time. It's really have to be said. We have that point. Remember in mainstream comics where they force all the men to sign a pledge?
yeah,
Like that's what this feels like.
It's not good. We
Yeah.
say that on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I promise. I mean, I will sign a pledge. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
I'll
promise
sign a
not
pledge
to
for that.
rape anyone. Yeah.
we need to get through this as a few. And on the people who request refunds, they get a free super chat. Like that's one of the compensatory gifts. You know that they get a free super chat, so we'll have to read them as well. Cam says, "This is what I get for trusting a comic with money." And then we get to Matt Barr's stream. See, I was going to talk about the Matt Barr thing. I do have some notes, just like Liam's. I'm not going to do an EFAP because this stream is also 4 hours long. Like, I'm not going to sift through like and find the points. I've just made some notes. So, in the stream, Matt Barr confirmed my story. Like, we used to hang out all the time. He said... COMMI3 sort of just like faded away. He was like, oh, my real life work is really hard at the moment. I've taken my kid out of school. Like and this was before he even started playing the video, like where I said, I can't do Krishna Kid anymore. My real life work is too hard. Like, I took my kid out of school. So, you know, that's true what he said.
This was an EFAP of an EFAP, right?
And Liam butchered the original. Oh yeah, and look at this picture that we've created now. Like that's us being EFAP'd by Liam, being EFAP'd by Matt Barr, being EFAP'd by us again. Like and you know, we might be able to get a couple of more layers going on in that. One of the things that Matt Barr was saying, and it's a fair like criticism, that I don't like say his name enough. Like he did the covers, like we used to be really close friends, me, Billy, Matt Barr, like it was all cool and everything. And yeah, the truth is that I try to keep his name out of my mouth because he keeps my name out of his mouth, and I'm thankful for that. Like you know, we had a falling out and he doesn't publicly criticize me, so I don't mention him because he doesn't mention me. Like but he did the covers for me at a really good price. They're really nice covers. Like, it's a real shame that the project went this way and no one will get to see them. Billy, you remember last week when we was reading the campaign and I said to you, Billy, do it in my voice, right?
Emma. Yeah.
Yeah. So you was doing that on the show, and Matt Barr said, Billy's doing my bit, because Matt Barr used to do that. And the truth is that when I asked you to do it and you started doing it, I thought, oh, Matt Barr was better at this than Billy is. Sorry, like, but it's true. You said the same thing. Like, he really had it down. And you know, we would be in a chat and I would be talking with my regular voice and both of you would be doing it, like sharpening it, like on each other. It was real good. And Liam said, like I said, Liam was pulling things out of the air, trying to say, oh, maybe he didn't pay the artist, maybe it wasn't done right, and maybe this, maybe that, like just pulling shit out. And Matt Barr saw through all of them, he called them all out. So, good, thank you. He had a guest on, this guy. I don't know who he is. This guy. Also, John's Longbox was on the show. He stole a lot of the heat out of this episode. You know, he got EFAP'd later on. I don't know who this guy is, but he said some things that I want to, like, make points about. He kept bringing up this idea of, you know how some campaigns set their funding goal at 500 and then they make 5,000 and it's not enough to make the book. Like, being critical of that, which obviously set the campaign to an amount that is appropriate for what you need to make the book. The target for Krishna Kid was $10,000 because that's how much it was going to cost. Like, I'd done the maths. I wrote a fucking formula, like, where you can punch in, like, the number of pages and it will spit out, like, the total target and all of that stuff. So that wasn't relevant, like, to the conversation. I don't understand why he was bringing it up, like, just to take shots at others or whatever. He said this line, COMMI3 doesn't even know who Frog Tony is, about the stream. I do know of Frog Tony, but this guy, I actually have no idea who he is, the person who said that. He was critical, this guy was critical of us, like, giggling and making light of the situation after people had dumped their money into the campaign or whatever. That I should have been more apologetic. If you read the campaign, it's really, like, you'll get that, what you're looking for, like, it's there, like, I poured my heart, like, into this piece of writing that's really good. Like, I recommend going reading it, which neither Liam nor Matt and this other guy did ahead of doing an EFAP, like, which they probably should have. Both Matt Barr's channel and Liam's channel both said that I should have made a shorter, more concise video instead of a elaborate long live stream, which that was my plan. I just ran out of time, like, because I wanted to start it ASAP. Oh, Katie Did's in the chat. She says, that's Chris, he's a spurg. What's that static noise? It's rain. Like, my ceiling here is made out of plastic, so the rain is incredibly loud. Because I'm in a shanty town or something. That's from earlier. Alright. Yeah, striking is a bitch made move. Like, I always said that. I'm consistent in that. Don't do shit like that. Okay, so that was the Matt Bar stream. And then more examples of people just being nice. It's a bit ass-kissy now, like, that I'm showing so many. But everyone was so nice. I can't stress it. Like, that everyone's kind. You've seen there's people here giving super chats and stuff. Like, just really nice. This is a funny story. I refunded Kayla for the book, and then she refunded my refund by mistake. Like, so then I had to refunding her refund. Like, that was pretty funny. Oh, even I can feel the delay now. Here's more people getting their refunds. So this is a day after that stream, and people are starting to get their refunds coming through now and publicly declaring it, which is good of them. It's a shame he didn't get the project to work, probably lost a lot of money. He's a good man. I'll still back him in the future if it has another go. Same thing, maybe there's people who are angry, but if they are, they're keeping it to themselves and not saying it to me. Like, maybe they're not keeping it to themselves. Maybe there's a whole group of them. Like, I don't know. But everyone who's, like, spoken to me has pretty much had this same kind of reaction. So that's really nice. This person said, I can't imagine anyone running a better campaign in 2025. Oh, okay. So now, the Vicky stream, right? So we got covered on Vicky's show just here. This is the third show in 3 days, right? Like, where it's mentioned. I've never been that popular ever.
Saying that she's not EFAPing Matt Barr's EFAP.
No, she's doing the Liam one here. and basically does the work of.
It would have been great though.
Yeah, because then we would have that next layer in it, like we'd have the 5-shot. I did get quite excited when I saw that was happening, because I thought that might come to fruition as a possibility. So the Vic stream, she's loosely talking about the refund campaign, but also at this point Vicky hadn't read the campaign page either. Like her understanding, I am assuming, was based on the snippets in between Liam talking and then like trying to piece it together from double EFAP's nightmare. She said that I had a dream about refunding. I don't know where that came from. Like I didn't say that, I don't think, because it's not true. And everything that I say on the campaign is true.
Well, come on, everybody has those dreams of refunding. It's like the sleep paralysis even, but like your bank account.
It has been really sad to watch the money like leaving my bank account, like but
You were used to seeing it there?
yeah, so it's like I knew the whole time that it wasn't my money, but it was just really nice to have it there. And I'm so happy that I didn't make like $40,000 or something like that, because that would have been incredibly tempting to like put into a mortgage or something, like and I wouldn't be able to do this. Like I'd be fucked. Like I'd have to run away like everyone else did. Like not that I would have done that, you know what I'm saying? Like it would have been tempting. Like and another thing that someone else said was, oh, these people treat it as an interest-free loan, right? And if I'd have been smart, I should have put it into like a high interest savings account in it, like so it would have accrued interest. But I'd never even considered doing that, because it was only supposed to be a couple more months, like, and it will be done. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I had my pain to death money in a high-ish interest account. It was getting me about $250 a month.
oh,
It's not like huge, but that was like the maximum I could make on that account. So yeah, over what is that? I mean, it was there. All that money was there for like over a year, I think. So it was a pretty good amount of money just for having it sitting there.
For me, it just gave me like a sort of confidence, like that, that I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's move on from this. Oh, so the main point here with Vicky is that this is when Liam strikes Matt Barr's channel, right, and begins like the strike wars or whatever, which you can see we're right at the heart of. Like accidentally, like I could not. I spent a lot of time like analyzing all the possible like things that could go wrong, like with the campaign. I never predicted it would kick off a strike war, but here we are. Liam has taken all of the heat off of me. Like anyone who was angry is now talking about Liam. In the old days, you remember how like the drama cycles were so fast. It was like 24 hours max was like the longest you was in the hot seat, and then someone else was in there. He just took this bullet.
Yeah, you can just kind of miss it now these days. Sometimes people will say, "Oh, people were talking about you," and I'll say, "Oh, they were? When? Oh, a few days ago." Everyone's forgotten now. Like you can blink and miss it these days.
It moves pretty fast.
It does.
Katie did says CG loves you, Mark. Thanks. Yeah, so that happened, the strikes. More people trying to help now, because remember, this is a campaign, like, and we need to get the word out, like, to reach all of the backers so we can give them their money back. At this point, D-Wags is helping me out, saying that we'd given back $4,294 to 64 people. Can we get it to 75? You can see here on the campaign page that we're currently on 72, so we just need 3 more refunds, guys, and we'll hit that target. That's dumb. The lag is killing me. Like it's just a beat too long. Like the laughs don't like come quick enough. Like, and I'm starting to panic. Where's the right page? Here we go. Johnny Scab says, I never thought I'd hear myself say I feel sad that the commies have been defeated. Fly free. So like I've seen a lot of support like across all the different sections, and like there's people in rival cliques like saying you're doing the right thing, like so that has to mean something, doesn't it? And I tried to get it added to Create a Go, right? Like so that it would be at the bottom, like on minus $4,000 or whatever, but that can't work. Is anyone alive?
Yeah.
Yep. We just. You're steering the ship.
Not to interrupt you, man.
Yeah, taking Liam's advice. Alright, so this next section, let's go through this.
Spooky in the chat says, thanks for the refund, Mark. I appreciate your honesty. Shaking the bell.
Now let's just do nothing but interrupt you.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Boom.
Oh, Dario says Krishna Kid versus Pigman crossover to be announced. That'd be something. Alright, so now I want to go through the actual backer responses. These are the things that people submitted as their free super chats on the refund request form. When you claim your refund, that's one of the perks that you can have. Like, you get a free super chat. So we'll go through those right now. This one says, try harder, Commy. I will next time. The madness believes in you. Do you? Thanks. I do believe in myself. That was part of the problem. Like, that I overbelieved in myself. Thanks for once again proving that communism always fails. Yeah. Mark, did you ever have a secret crush on Margaret Thatcher? Not like, really. There is something about that voice, like, that I do find attractive. And she is played by, you know, that woman who plays Scully in, I don't know, Summer. She plays Margaret Thatcher. In a level that when I saw it, I was like...
Gillian Anderson, thank you.
Yeah, that's seeing her as Margaret Thatcher did make me like feel dirty inside. Like so I hope that answers your question. It might be in The Crown. It's in Summer. She plays Thatcher in Summer.
No, was it in The Crown? I think it was. I can't remember. It's all blending in.
But Margaret Thatcher shouldn't be that hot. This person says, bear ye one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. Galatians 6:2. Sounds a bit communist to me, like I like that one. Thank you. Things happen, thanks for being up front. This earns you some goodwill from me. This is Hojo. I did say write your name or not, like he says supporters of Cool Ranch Doritos should be made enemies of the state. I assume that's some topical joke that I don't understand. Like a refund without fees or whatever. Everyone should definitely send Billy dick pics. That's a reference to a joke in last week's episode about sending Billy dick pics. Do it. Don't do
He
it.
should have just added an in it in there somewhere, and it would have been perfect.
Wait, but we still never touched on who said that I had the most annoying voice on the internet.
Oh, it was Liam Gray. Sorry, I forgot to mention that part.
Liam Gray said that? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He kept like going, "Oh no, Billy's about to talk. I can't bear his voice."
He loathes me, which I wear as a badge of honor. Like, he doesn't just hate me, he absolutely despises me. Which
What'd you do?
He lied about me, and then I showed emails that show that wasn't true, and then he got really angry.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry that I didn't want to work on Dino King, and that I refused to work on his book, and then I stopped taking his emails and ignored him. I didn't want to do it. Sorry.
He also alluded in that stream to it was making a joke about me and Matt Barr like hugging, like, and him walking in and being like, "Oh no, Comic Box with Matt Barr now." Like, but it was a joke. Like, it was funny. Like, whatever. I could laugh at myself. I don't care. Please don't seek retribution for refunds. Comicsgate has a bad reputation of that. Thank you. I'm gonna get no retribution from me. The worst you're gonna get is emails like saying, "Do you want something else?" Tom Tuttle is the kindest, bravest, warmest, most wonderful human being I've ever known in my life. I wonder who sent that one. I don't need my money back.
Is that Tom who said that?
I couldn't possibly dox that information. How dare you even ask me? I don't need my money back. The free digital comics are enough. Best of luck. And looking forward to more videos. Yeah, so that's one of the things I was talking about, like, that it's really hard to balance doing this, making videos, doing my real job, being a full-time teacher, and making a comic book at the same time. Like, and just putting down one of those things means I'm going to have more time to do all of those other things. So, you know, I want to do the show every Friday again, 10 p.m. GMT. Like, let's get back to it. Like, let's do it, because we can now. From here on out, I request that you refer to me as Capitalist Mark, signed the artist formerly known as Commie Mark. Don't call me Capitalist Mark.
COMMI3 Mark.
I have no good ideas for a struggle session / super chat message, and I'd miss the live stream it would appear on anyway. So think of a good compliment to give yourself. A compliment that most of you guys don't. Oh, no, I'm not even gonna say that. I don't know. I think I'm pretty good at writing stuff. Like, I really, writing that refund campaign, I really enjoyed it. Like, it was the first piece of writing that I enjoyed in a long time. Like, I also have to write, like, these reports to the local authority, you know, because of homeschooling my child. And I actually really quite enjoy writing those as well. Like, you know, because it's like I get to do a recap of the year of, like, what we've done. It's like, oh, bro, sick. Like, we've learned so much. Like, it's cool. I love it. Yeah. Respecting you for doing the honourable thing. Best wishes for your family, and I hope there's a candle out for future creations. But if I pull off a campaign, you gotta worship this bourgeois pig as a god emperor, brother. Yeah, I hope I'm gonna do some more stuff. Like, it's just a case of waiting for the right idea. Like, something will hit me at some point. I'll think, hang on, no one's done this before, and then I'll try and do that. Often the reason people didn't try it before is because it's a bad idea. There's only one way to find out. Lack of updates was really disappointing. I can understand unexpected situations that cause delays. So I thought you took the money and ran. But I'm glad you're honorably refunding and showing good character. Appreciate. Spasiba. It's good. And so I expected these to be more hateful, innit? Like, I'd already made the thumbnail for this episode, like, where I was going to go for everyone, like, dunking on it. And people were just so nice and kind, like, and thoughtful.
Why would you expect it to be hateful? You're literally trying to give people their money back.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just fear, innit? Like, fear holds you back from doing stuff. One of the things that I say to my child, right, is I say, so you know this expression that there's a fine line between brave and being stupid, right? I say to him, bravery is when you're scared of doing a thing and you do it anyway because it's like the right thing. If you're not scared in that moment, you're stupid. Like, that's how... Whatever, you know what I'm saying. So yeah. Like, be brave, guys. Will there be any more Not Daredevil or Is He Toast 2? Those two books are hilarious. I've already, like, stripped out a third book. I started lettering it, but that was ages ago. I don't even know if it's on this computer. Swear to re-educate yourself to the wisdom and righteousness of great leader Kim Jong-il by reading a Jewish book. Then 2 years of hard labour, washing dishes, sweeping the yard and taking out garbage bags. Comrade Mrs. Commi will monitor your progress. If unavailable, Comrade Jan will be asked to fill in. I will re-educate myself. Failure is success training. Like, just gonna learn some lessons, like, and keep going. Mark, I'm sorry you needed to cancel the project, but seeing you do right by your back.
Everybody do click. That's thank you. Everybody in chat to Hyper put up the link where you can get the 4 covers that me and Matt Barr did. The high resolution print versions. You just click on that Google Drive link, and you can download the cover arts that will not be printed now, but you can get yourself a cool wallpaper with some really cool art on it.
Really cool art by Matt Barr and Billy Basco. Shifter asks, "You're a teacher?" No, I just mean to homeschool my child. Like, I take it seriously. Like, every question that he asks me, I answer like as honestly as I can, and they're getting harder. Like, not that the questions are hard, the answers are hard. Like, that, you know, if you ask a question about Iran, like, there's so much, like, backstory that you have to, like, get into, like, whatever, that's not what we're here to talk about. Mark, I'm so sorry that you need to cancel the project, but seeing you do right by the backers makes me proud to have supported you. I will absolutely be there to back you again in the future. I'm so impressed, not only by your integrity, but your ability to handle this ordeal with grace and humour. Bless your commie heart. I think that's just a being British thing. Like, and you'll recognise this to some degree as well, Bancroft, that, you know, we have like a gallows humour or whatever that, you know, just...
Yeah.
Tackle that shit with jokes. But I should be more obviously
And
sorry.
culturally, you guys are super sensitive to scandals.
We are?
British are.
Yeah, but I think Australians might have lost that. I don't know if it's most Australians just don't care about anything these days. So they're beaten down.
Yeah, in prim and proper, like, British society, like, you know, having a scandal break out about you is, like, yeah, it's really bad. You know, you try to avoid the press and scandal at all costs.
I was racking my brain trying to think of like something controversial from Australian culture, like but I just couldn't do it. I was thinking of who, you know, that paparazzi guy with the 6-pack surgery. That's an Australian guy, isn't it?
The photographer. Oh man, I forgot about that guy.
I'd say the one that always comes to my mind is like during COVID when the government sent out those police officers to kill all the puppies. That was
In Australia.
Yeah. Because there was a pound humane society that couldn't feed the dogs because people couldn't go into work or whatever, so they just sent out police officers to euthanize all the dogs at that shelter rather than send someone out to feed them.
Sorry, Constable, you're on puppy killing. Jesus.
I sometimes see on Twitter people saying, "Oh, Victorian police did this," and I always read that as like Victorians, you know, like from the 1800s or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's us. That's where I live. We are officially, and I think it's getting even worse. We're becoming officially the most extreme authoritarian leftist region of the world. They're actually trying to implement now. You need like digital ID to go on the internet.
Wow.
We just voted that we don't want to have racially based like committees in government making decisions, and then Victoria just was like, no, we want that. So they're trying to push that through too as well. It's all happening down here.
Crazy.
We here this week a protest group who spray painted a jet plane that was going to Palestine or whatever. They just spray painted it. They were prescribed as a terrorist group, like and it's
No,
just
they didn't just spray paint it. They spray paint into the engines, destroyed the engines, so they have to be fixed now.
But that's not terrorism. Terrorism is inspiring terror in others. Like that's not what that is.
No. They broke into a secure military Air Force base and, vandalized aircraft. So it's a bit more than a protest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they broke into a military base and vandalized an aircraft, yeah. And now it's a crime to say that that's kind of based. It's a good job I wouldn't ever say something like that. Kayla says, I'm bummed that this isn't coming out. I was looking forward to this book as it was something completely unique in comparison to many books that are out. You're extremely passionate about it when I interviewed you. I feel you're a phenomenal writer, although many lack awareness due to the fact you're hilarious. And I hope you give this a second chance in future. I don't feel you deserve to be humiliated for doing the right thing when it comes to this situation. You were already humiliated enough when you became that anime girl. Yeah. Which, once again, was a result of you keeping your word. More creators should learn from this. Thank you for showing integrity. Yeah. So...
I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, I know. It was almost out of your mind. But yeah, this is another reason that I wanted to do this refund campaign is because, you know, I want to make things in the future and I want people to know that their money is safe if they give it to me. Like, you know, that not only have I fulfilled books historically, when I failed, you got refunded. Like, I'd much rather be remembered as the person who refunded everyone than be on that list of failed books. No way. Not doing it.
Yeah, I've often said that with the crowdfunding, that it's all based on trust. That if you fail to, like, if your campaign fails and you just disappear with the money, there's no real, as far as I'm aware, there's no real coming back after that into crowdfunding. People do seem to just kind of go off and continue working, but crowdfunding, that's sort of the end. And like, failure isn't really a problem if people get the money back. That happens all the time, where a campaign just doesn't reach its goal and it doesn't happen, and people redo the campaign. This is sort of like the step beyond that, obviously, because it's so long after. But I think it's actually quite commendable that after this amount of time, you're still willing to go back and do that. So
Yeah.
I think you're doing the right thing here.
Like, I also think so. That's why I chose to do it. Another, like,
did you like did it take a long time for you to think, you know, it's been so long, and do I try and push through, or did you just realize that it's not going to happen, so this is what I have to do now?
Yeah. So I talk about it on the campaign page. I do urge you to go and read it because it's really good. But there's a line in there where it says that the straw that broke the camel's back actually came while I was riding on a camel's back. Like, I was in the Sahara Desert. Yeah, this isn't a joke. Like, this is for real. I'm in the Sahara Desert, right? I could not be further away from my problems in life. I'm riding a camel with my child. Like, this is a memory forever, or whatever, yeah. And I'm up there, and I think to myself, I really should be working on Krishna Kid right now. Like, I'm wasting time. Like, and that was like, I've thought that, and I felt like that a lot for a long time. Like, any time that I was not working on the book, like, I felt like I was stealing that time or something. And that one was like literally the straw that broke the, like, at that point I knew that
because mentally you weren't where you were supposed to be, which was enjoying a holiday with your son.
Yeah, exactly. So that was what made me realise, like, that I was letting this, like, control me inside of my mind or whatever, like, just started chopping, not just this, like, a whole bunch of shit, like, in life got chopped in it, like, because I just need more time. Alright, Billy, do you mind reading this one? Because I would hate for someone to clip this with me actually saying it, because it would be problematic, as you'll understand when you start reading it.
Sure. I COMMI3, being like of sound mind and body or whatever, and residing in the United Kingdom, do hereby declare this to be my last will and testament in it, revoking all prior wills and I don't know what that word is. Codicils made by me, like I'm whatever, a silly Brit known for my YouTube and comic book shenanigans or whatever, and I'm making this will to sort of my stuff proper. Article 1 declaration, like I'm appointing my trustee mate
Alex BRB as the sole executor of this will or whatever. If Alex BRB can't or won't do it, I appoint no alternate, as I trust him to sort it out or whatever. Article 2, disposition of estate, I bequeath the microphones, cameras, and all other worldly goods to my good comrade and fellow traveler, again Alex VRB or whatever. This includes all real and personal property, whatever it's at, because I reckon he'll make a cracking use of it or whatever. Article 3, debts and expenses, and debts, taxes, or funeral expenses shall be paid from my estate before Alex VRB gets the lot or whatever. I'm a trust he'll handle it with the same care he puts into his memes and comments. Article 4, no contest clause.
Billy, at this point, I'm going to point out where he does say later on, you don't actually need to read all of this one aloud and complete. But we gave it a good go. There you go.
Whatever.
Yeah, and that's basically where we're up to right now. That we're on minus $4,839 US. If you are a backer, just go into your emails, find the one from me, and reply to it. That's all you have to do to get added onto the list. And I know that there's people who have been interacting with the tweets or watching the shows, who are backers but haven't done that. I don't know, maybe they feel like they can't because we're friends or something, but go and do it. I want to get this number equal to what it started at, even if it's just so I can cross you off the list. Let's get it up to 219. I want to speak to every single person, and
plainly stated to anyone who might be a detractor, Matt Barr had nothing to do with why this campaign was refunded whatsoever.
Yes. That when obviously Liam's motivation for doing this was that he knew Matt Barr was involved, and he thought he could do something with that. It was never even about me, really. I don't think. So 12. This is what we made the first time out. 12,587, and you're crushing that already.
What's that? $20?
Yeah, about 30. Something like that. But more backers as well. Do a refresh. So, how did you enjoy the transition of getting someone else to draw it?
Thank you to everyone who was back. It's different. It's a very different process. Scripting. I've never scripted before. I just draw, and I know what is going to be there. I know what I'm going to say. So it's all kind of mostly notes, and I just go at it. So that was different, having to actually write a script and saying stop and how many panels and stuff like that. It's good. It's a learning experience, and I look forward to doing it again. Maybe not straight away. I'll get my book out series.
I have a question about that, Michael. So you will always continue to do the mainline entries into the Lucent franchise, and yes, any side content will be done by an artist or team of your choosing.
That's correct. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing.
Someone asked me that, and that's what I stated, because
thought it was pretty sure, but I just wanted to reaffirm that.
That is correct. Yeah, because the world is big and expansive and covers all sorts of different timelines and everything. But obviously, I can't fit that into the main story. It's got to be relevant to what's happening with Ella. So, that's what I plan on doing. And yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. This one has been successful, so definitely want to do it again.
The sound is better when I'm muted. That's what we've learned. How do you have an ending in mind? Like, is there an ending? Like,
Yep. Yeah. The story is fully plotted out. I kind of have to, because it is a mystery, so I need to know all the mystery and everything. It's fully plotted out with the ending, and I've always underdog whether or not I was going to make it 5 or 6 books. I'm thinking 6 books all up now, so we still have years to go. So there's plenty of Lucent to come. But the side books, maybe it'll be one side book in between the main books going forward. And that way we'd end up with about 4 other side books or something. So yeah, that's the plan.
How many more puzzles can we?
Well, I've had to give up on the puzzles because I went to go check, and it's like crazy. I don't know if it's the Australian dollar or the Latvians are just getting uppity, but it's like crazy expensive now. It used to be quite affordable. So I went looking for like local puzzle makers, and that's even worse. So I don't know, unless those Latvians figure out,
I
get a cheaper puzzle done.
Even more than the puzzle, or as much, I would say. I remember the trailer for the puzzle being one of my favorite trailer. Like, every time you would push it, it was just hilarious.
It was a funny one. I like that one. Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah. This guy knows knows how to make puzzles. Yeah. It's fun. Fun times, Gotta love them. If there is any doubts, the book is 98% drawn. I'm coloring it every day, and I'm actually trying to commit to daily shorts on the colors. So we'll see how that goes. There'll be very short ones, like 15 to 20 seconds long. So you can actually stay updated on what I'm working on that day. This is nuts to me. Like, it's getting so like tribal. Like, it doesn't have to be so serious. You can traditionally crowdfund the same way that we've always done it. Just be transparent, be open. If it doesn't work out, give the money back. It's fine. It's crowdfunding. Everyone understands it. If you want to get your book done beforehand, do that. That doesn't mean it's going to be better or anything. It just is what it is. And not everyone can do that, obviously. or get it done halfway. Like I don't get why it's become this big fight over this. Like, just do however works best for you.
Oh, you're muted again right now, Mark. You're muted.
Son of a bitch. Like, that's what fixes the audio, but I keep forgetting to unmute it. I said so much as well. This is a disaster. Can't even remember.
It was all great, everyone.
It was. It was real powerful stuff. I was saying, like, that I hope to set an example to show people who are in a similar situation that if you're honest, like, and do the right thing, people aren't gonna hate you. That's not a thing to be scared of. Like, everyone has been kind and understanding about it. Like, if you're a person like that, maybe try it. Alright, fucking hell, let's fucking shoot this stream in the head. This is a fucking disaster, innit? Let's see if we can make something. We'll see if we can get a short out of it.
Can you just move me up to like right below you, Mark?
Where are you? Here.
There we go.
I don't like it. I need. Let's continue to hide behind sarcasm and irony. Alright, thank you, Michael Bancroft. Sorry for wasting your time. Like, I hope you get some backers off the back of it.
Thanks for coming.
I'm always happy. Come on, have a chat.
Yeah, I really wanted to get with you because you're one of the people who always helps me to promote my campaigns, like, and you know, doing to others or whatever. Like, it's my moral duty to offer you the opportunity to come back and do the same. So that, and also that you're one of the people who helped promote Krishna Kid, so I owe you one for being someone who failed their book. Like I covered all of this already. Right, does anyone have anything that they want to say before I press the end button and go and kill myself?
Nah.
Good night.
I'll just say I'm doing a 4th of July themed show tonight. So if anyone wants to come, there'll be trivia, there'll be funny videos, and other stuff. So that's what I'm doing tonight.
Alright, go and check that out. Alright, bye everyone.